you will be introduced to a multitude of new exercises. To challenge your coordination and concentration, positions will now change frequently, and each exercise now becomes more complex. Continue to fine-tune the movements you know and to practice the movements you find challenging. Precision is the focal point at this level. Remember, never perform more than the prescribed number of repetitions for any exercise in the program. When performed in the order shown, your entire workout will flow smoothly and easily.
Once we've practiced the basic mat thoroughly, we are ready to start learning the intermediate mat. Once again, come to the front of the mat, cross one foot in front of the other, and with ease and grace, sit down on the mat and then lie down, centering yourself on the mat. First exercise, the 100. Position the legs 45 degrees, arms above the abdominal wall, and vigorously pump. Once again, inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 5 counts. Make sure we pump vigorously, continuously checking our placement, base of the shoulder blades on the mat, nose reaching to the belly button, legs long but soft, the arms rigid. This gets us warmed up, ready to work the other exercises in the intermediate mat. Once we finish the 100, we lower the legs to the mat for the roll up. Take hold of the pole, lift the arms overhead, making sure the whole back stays elongated on the mat, and then with the breath come forward, exhaling completely over the legs. Reach to the arms in opposition as you lengthen the spine. In with the air forward, out with the air through. Active in the legs as well. Draw the inner thighs together, making sure the spine articulates on the way up. And again, one vertebra at a time on the way down. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Stretch, keeping the back flat on the mat. Strongly work the breath. Short in breaths, long, deep out breaths. Empty the lungs completely over the legs. And same when we reach the bar overhead. Single leg circles is the next exercise. Extend the legs up and down. Cross over on the first move. A little accent on the up. Keep the circles within the frame. Especially when we go reverse. Open under the shoulder, heel to heel, across and up. Sips of air, gently exhalations on the up. Make sure that as we circle the leg in both directions, we stabilize the body, strong in the powerhouse, strong in the center, shoulder blades glide down the back, and do not forget that we have a second leg down on the mat, reaching in opposition. Gentle stretch. And we come to an upright position, lift and come forward onto the heels, rolling like a ball. Open the knees slightly. Make sure there's space for the head to come right between the knees. Pull the heels on the buttocks. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Make the transition flowing back to the middle of the mat for single leg stretches, the abdominal series. The first one is one leg at a time, scooping through the powerhouse as one leg reaches in and one leg long reaches out. Keep the elbows to the side so as to keep your shoulders on the back. Doubles in with the air out, arms wide to the side and empty completely. Inhale. Make sure when you hug the knees in to keep the tailbone long and down on the mat. Base of the shoulder blades is on the mat. Legs go forward to an angle where you can keep the powerhouse strong and the back elongated on the mat. From the doubles into the single straight leg stretches, also called the scissors. We work with a brisk tempo, reaching through the heels, reaching through the sit bones. Gently pulse the leg with the arms to deepen the stretch. From there into the lower and lift or the double straight leg stretches. Take about 3 counts to come down on the in-breath, on the out-breath 1 count to come back up. So the accent is into the powerhouse. So that split second before you bring the legs back up, make sure you initiate from the powerhouse and not from the legs. Base of the shoulder blades is on the mat. Into the crisscross. Pull the back elbow back for almost 3 counts. Inhale, come high up, exhale deep to the back. Work opposite elbow to opposite knee as you open the back, reaching to the elbow. Here we try to bring the elbows and the shoulder blades off the mat, which is not easy. And after we completed the abdominal 5s, we sit up for the spine stretch forward. Place the heels in the middle of the blocks, all 10 toes and both kneecaps up to the ceiling, active in the legs. Lift up tall before you curl into yourself. Spine stretch forward really is a stretch into yourself. Chin to chest, nose to belly button, crown of the head reaches down, but the powerhouse pulls back in opposition. So it's a very dynamic stretch. Lengthen to the fingertips, reach to the heels, reach to the crown of the head. Making sure the powerhouse lifts up and back in opposition. From here we flow into the open leg rocker, place the hands onto the ankles, open the legs into the V, and again roll back, massaging the spine into the mat, and again imprint the back into the mat on the way up. Chin to chest as you roll down, lift through the torso as we come up. Close the legs, come down with control for the corkscrew. Circle to the right, center and left. Little circles working deep into the powerhouse. This is not a leg exercise, this is really working the spine, hence the name corkscrew. Circle around. The next step will be lifting the spine about 4 vertebrae off, more challenging. From there we make the transition into the saw. Once again, heels in the middle of the blocks. Twist, lift up tall, and reach way past the little toe, sawing off the little toe. Inhale on the way up, empty the lungs as we reach forward. Make sure here again we work with opposition. As the arm reaches forward, the opposite hip reaches back. Sit bone down. Tall in the center and lengthen long on the way out. The little finger reaches way past the little toe. Then we turn onto the belly for the preparation for swan, the neck roll. Make sure we don't make this a push-up. The lift comes from the powerhouse and the middle back muscles. The rolling of the head is only to check if the neck and shoulders are free. Into the single leg kicks. Lift yourself up onto the elbows, strongly working the back. Powerhouse lifted, but hip bones sprinted into the mat. From there into the double leg kicks. 3 kicks, inhale, exhale, float off the mat. Again, inhale, kick, and lift through the powerhouse. Easy, long neck. Keep a nice rhythm. And we finish on the opposite side we started. Then we gently sit back to stretch the back. And then roll the spine up, turning around for the neck pull. Open the legs as wide as the silhouette. And in with the air forward, stay low, out with the air down. Lift the spine tall, lengthen to the spine as we roll down, exhaling. Inhale short, deep exhalation. Inhale, lift, lengthen, and again roll down, articulating to the spine. Inhale, exhale. Reach to the heels in opposition as you empty the lungs, coming down. Try to keep the elbows and the diagonals forward so we don't swing up, we truly come up through the powerhouse. And then we turn to the side for the side kick series. Line yourself up, tailbone to elbow with the back edge of the mat. Bottom leg comes with the foot on the block. We swing the leg back and forth to challenge the placement of the upper body. The hips are stacked on top of each other, shoulders are stacked. Most important, we control the placement through the powerhouse. Against that, we swing the leg, or in this variation, the up and down. Light on the way up, strong on the way down. Reach the heel way past the bottom heel. Little circles, 5 forward, 5 reverse. The heel touches the inner bottom foot. Then we make the transition to the other side with little leg beats. Long in the neck. The legs are not high but long, and gentle beats. Once again, line yourself up, tailbone to elbow with the back edge of the mat, the front leg with the foot on the block. As we swing the leg back and forth, make sure we hold on to a strong powerhouse. Front is a double kick, back is a long reaching. Rotate the kneecap up to the ceiling for the up and down. Up lightly, down strongly, resisting, working the inner thighs. And then brisk little circles, working the top of the thigh, working the inner thighs. And then we return to the back for the teaser. Make sure you center yourself on the mat. Bring the knees into the chest, extend the legs to a 45-degree angle, arms 45, and come up. Bring the arms parallel to the legs, and with control, roll down. Inhale, lift, come into the teaser position, and with control, empty the lungs down. And take a break in between the reps. Again, 45 degrees from the powerhouse. And make sure the arms arrive parallel to the legs. Lift the upper body. Hold on to a strong core. Rest in between. And the last set, third set. Work with flow, work with precision. Work with your breath for a beautiful form and a strong powerhouse. After the teaser, we complete our intermediate mat series with the seal. Once again, massaging the back into the mat on the way down and on the way up, regulating the breath, relaxing the breath, also relaxing the periphery, the limbs. Therefore, we clap lightly 3 times front, 3 times back. And with control and ease, come back up.